Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here. And this time I'm going to try my best to just keep playing. We're going to chat and talk during it, but keep everything flowing here. I know last week when I was making the episodes, I was stopping a lot to talk about other topics that were important to me. Okay, so what we're going to do here is change the UI. Oh, let's also have here. Okay, lots of light anti-air, a lot of light anti-tanks, handheld AT. Okay, we've gotten up good amount. And I don't good amount as in there's thousands of horse transport, so we were way down. Light artillery, medium mountain artillery, maybe enough. Medium, barely enough. No, we got the units, infantry guns, infantry equipment, 30,000. Okay, assault. Okay, mortars. Okay, okay. We need mountain warfare. We need definitely. 1,000 down. I think we are building, manufacturing, building. Radios, a good amount, I guess. All right. We got a lot of light tanks, a few mediums, medium support. Okay. And for motor vehicles, trucks, light vehicles. Yes, and heavy trucks and artillery tractors. Okay, good. We got quite a few of those. So my current plans are continue. I'm going to put you over here on the eastern front and set up another training camp, if you will, over here. 2 units there. Okay. Now I think we're going to, because we have a lot of decisions that will give us divisions, Lish divisions, which will later become Panzer divisions. Yeah. Generally speaking, the Lish divisions are seen as a failure. Definitely by the time of the invasion of the Soviet Union. Now that had tremendous amounts of, and I know I've talked about it before, those who have watched a lot of my episodes, a lot of attrition in Barbarossa due to just wear and tear. I mean, a certain amount of it is definitely combat, but I mean just simply operating, just driving, operating in the field, things get broken, that kind of stuff. To me, from a wargamer's perspective, which may be different than a reality, but I see some of these type of divisions here useful in the idea of creating pockets, which should translate into reality, as it were, as well. But what it may it's what you're trying to do with the division can really be the determining factor. If you're trying to treat it as just another armored division, yeah, it's probably going to fail. But if you're trying to treat it as a support element to other armored divisions, if you will, I don't know. I think it could be a good idea. All right. Well, let's let the clock. Now, okay, we've gotten Spain done. Yes, I know we are losing here. I don't know why Heinrich Himmler gives stability down 6%. What? I love some of the comments from, and I do know a few, or at least watch some of the episodes. I mean, God, I rattle on about a lot of things. Just may not have much time. But I do know some of the people and devs of Black Eyes do watch some of what I produce here, and I'm very thankful. Thank you. What is Heinrich Himmler doing that is destabilizing the nation as a leader? That's sort of kind of what I would like to know. What are you thinking? Oh, we're down to that. Oh, that's a lot. I think the west wall is taking up a huge amount. That's right. Okay. And yeah. Okay. So we got 30 more days. Told that the AI isn't going to attack this. Maybe so this wasn't needed, but well, whatever. And when they're saying 8, it's not 8. I don't believe in like one province. It's spread out along these provinces. That's going to get us 2 in each or something to get 8 and 16 and some up here. So yeah, because it's only level 2 for it. But all right, well we're going to let that continue. Hello, Frog Eyes. Do you know equipment like radios and handheld have to be introduced to your divisions via the tab at the top of the production field? They will not be introduced to your division just because you researched them. Okay. I don't know that I know that. Here. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we need a total of, okay, light infantry, irregulars we don't have. We do have some garrisons, 42. Okay, thank you. Frog Eyes, no, I did not know this. This is the first time that I've definitely got this far and playing Black Ice, and Black Ice is a very detailed game, and I do think they've done, within the limitations, a reasonably good job at implementing uh, things considering their UI limitations. And hello, Dominique, how you doing? You should train the planes and put the rest of the factories on planes. Well, that might be a good idea. I'm training the planes. Yes, Blitzkrieg win. Is it Muhib or is it MVHIB? I don't know. Blitzkrieg probably either late this year or early next year. Okay, well, mentioning that to introduce things. So radios, let's take a quick look here. Thank you. There's a lot of stuff here, and maybe somebody has, and I just haven't seen it. Okay, so we have, it's recon. Now, where's radios? Radios. Yeah. Pretty sure I'm producing radios. Uh, Am I not producing radios? Oh, it doesn't look like I'm producing radios. It doesn't look like I have radios. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thought I was producing radios. Well, I hear you about making more planes, but, well, I'm looking for the radios. Uh, or am I clicking that on and off? Well, okay. We have here, well, probably infantry radios we haven't researched yet. So, okay, so we're still a little bit behind on that. That's why we can't produce those. Hey, Arno, good to have you here. It's Muhib. Thank you. But so yep. No, I was wondering if you were sort of using the old Latin style for the V, Muhib. But good to know. And it's written under um, written under light vehicle. It is written under light vehicles. Okay. Oh, I'm doing great. Just sort of waking up here, but it's called radio equipment. And you have 1K of radios in the stockpile. Do I have 1K of radios? Probably I got them from um, just my like. I was looking more. I was more looking at for a radio looking thingy here. 1K. Oh, radio. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so we have 1,000. We're not yet researched. We probably got those from Austria. Um, oh no, we're producing them. Radio equipment. It says we're producing them. All right. Well, why? Okay, here we are. So we are producing radio equipment. Right. Okay. So yeah, we're producing those, and are we producing anti-tank rifles? I don't know that we are. I don't know that we are. Oh, we are. Okay, handheld right there. Okay, good. Um, okay, well, I'm going to introduce some of these maybe a bit later. I think we're also producing mortars. Yes, mortars. And in our stockpile, we have 4,000 plus. So if we come over here, click mortar teams, special forces, battalions, mountaineers. Okay, well, paratroopers. So let's do that. We have enough to fill those needs. Make those units. Cool, Pakistan. Cool. Uh, Mohib, yeah, but the old, Roman. Um, I don't definitely in carvings, and it's easier to carve straight lines than it is to carve, um, you know, uh, curved lines. Would do a V symbol for a U. So that's something I'm okay. We need lots more factories. We need lots more of everything. Research coal liquefaction. Very good. Turning it into oil. Sell rifles to Tibet. Send political power. Um, okay, we'll do this. We could use a little bit of political power. Now, I'm definitely a infrastructure type first. Weekly stability. This would get weekly stability. But I really wonder, what is Himmler doing that is disrupting stability? Production base. We're going to do this. Civilian fuel consumption factor. Oh, I don't want to do more of that. Speed. Well, let's get artillery workshops going. Probably, Dominique, probably a bit later. I think I may do my sort of spring 1940 invasion of Poland to allow better preparation, shall we say. I think might just be the appropriate term here. Let's continue to spam out military factories here. Okay, well, I would like more production to aircraft, but I don't know. I'm thinking radios. Well, how are we doing? How fast are we building trains? Only 3 a month. Wow. Okay, that's slow. Yeah, let's add another. No, just add another factory for radios. Keep that going. The other day I was wondering, how do I tell my barber to give me the Heinrich Himmler cut without showing him the picture? Oh, well, I don't know you would want a Heinrich Himmler cut, but yeah. Your oil, yes. And Dominique, you're absolutely right. And I was thinking of that. What right now until I have 27 days of using up my civilian factories to sort of complete the West Wall as far as I'm planning on completing it. I don't know if there's additional ones to do. So I'm going to wait those 27 days out, and that's going to give me a lot of civilian factories at that point. So at that point, I'm going to start really bringing in the oil. Being bald is better. Well, some people pull off the bald look well, some people don't. I'm only just now starting to train it. Divisions, trade, mission. Good job, I guess. And with all of those starting, okay, we still have positive in most things. We were catching up here. We've just used up a bunch of those. Massive Chilean earthquake. Now they may be anticipating using Goebbels as well here. It's just the 4 civilian factories have really always messed with my mind of. I know he had people, was pumping out radios, but he's got a 10%, where Goebbels has got base stability 6%. Well, wait a minute. He's got a 0.10% weekly stability. Oh man, and he's got a 0.10% versus a 6% stability here. I'm sorry. I don't see what Himmler is doing is causing that big of base stability problems. Yeah, I know about the camps and putting people away, but I don't know that is cause, because that was rather popular, to be honest, with the people. I mean, it was evil, but a lot of that was popular. So I don't know. Hey, Sing, how you doing? Yeah, you're a bit late, but that's all right. Okay, Kubelwagens. So we got Kubelwagens. Good. So we got the Kubelwagens. We could do the 8 rad, or we can come over here and either grab that up. Oh no, what I need to do is get this. Requires anti-tank upgrade. Okay, gotta find out what the hell anti-tank upgrade is. So let me go to a general here. This has all of the ones. These are flat guns. Okay, this is anti-tank upgrade. Okay, so we need this first to do that. All right, well, technologies, well, maybe swim equipment, add-on armor. We're not doing diesel. Okay. Okay, so we really do want to get that. That check technology. Yeah, let's, I guess, do this. Okay, well, we've got a lot of army experience here, but don't know. If you make the Lich divisions later, you can refit them. Yes, I'm planning on doing that. Oh, well, let me do a few things. Okay. Yeah, just clear. We got the Kubelwagens. What I've been waiting for the Kubelwagens, because I don't know how they're different than these. I don't know, because this is the Stower. Some of these are very good vehicles. Very good. I just think these are maybe good enough and fuel usage cheaper to produce. Maybe I don't know, but we're gonna see. And I figured we were gonna have a big hit. So just wanted to do that all in one time instead of doing the intermediate one. Now let's grab up the list divisions here. Okay, so and alliance with Italy. which I've been informed may not be necessary. You could have just bypassed it, but I wanted to develop that. What was I? Okay. Yeah, do the first Vienna Awards because we want to get the rest of Czechoslovakia in. So now that we've got this, let's give it a couple of days. Now I want to look at current. Do some, yeah, this. That was sort of what was concerning me about getting these divisions. Let's take a quick look at the order of battle. Yeah, see, that ain't, ain't too bad as a division. May not be properly motorized, only 5 out of 500 trucks, only 2 out of light vehicles, so may not move so quick. Oh, you think, okay, well, that would be maybe good to do next. Let's this way. I know I can zoom out. Okay. Yeah, just so it gives event. So I've sort of been ignoring this because I didn't know what it did. But we could do that. 7 days. That's quick. All right, we will try that. Okay, let's see. We're going to give. Um, um, let's give Hopner 2 of the light divisions. Light divisions. My bad German. I'm sure. Here we'll give this to Guderian and so he has both of the divisions that went to Spain. Okay. Well, where's the other? Oh, down here. Okay. We'll give him to Hopner. Harrison. Fuel refining too. Very good. Okay, all purpose. Well, we needed to. Well, okay. Well, I like what they've done in the adding these schools. 99 days. Okay, 23 days. We'll wait for. Oh well, that's not gonna do what I want to do. I'm just gonna do it here. Let's do this. Let's do this. 41 days. I want to get anti-tank grade going now. So in my estimation, you need to train up some divisions, and maybe I should have been training some a little sooner than now. But now we have that. Okay, recon radios. 300 needed. A lot of radios, truck radios. Lots of production. Intelligence. Just, it always feels like to me that I have nowhere near enough. Not that Germany had enough, but it just feels that way, that I don't have near enough. Factories or time to do all the national focuses. How are we doing on? Okay, 1 day left. Right. We're no longer under the effects of the West Wall. And that's what I've been waiting for to happen, because now we have a lot of more consumer goods factories available. And I should have before now, but should have somewhat implies that I had no better choices. Now here, I can't get much Romanian oil, and this I think is a problem. Because again, I am presuming, maybe incorrectly, but I'm presuming that this mod is trying to be historical. Now, my understanding is parts of the Versailles Treaty complex of treaties, as well as other things, that Germany sort of had first dibs, if you will, on Romanian oil. I mean, they had to buy it. It wasn't like free. So it's, the idea that, yeah, you still need to trade for it, but they should have be the primary trade influence here for getting stuff. So I should be able to do that. Obviously not able to do it, but it should be. Okay. Looking for, because that's Dutch East Indies. Well, I guess for now we're going to go with United States. Let's put in a bunch of factories here. Let's buy lots of oil. Before the war, you should change mobilization laws, otherwise you'll get penalties for division. Yeah, yeah, okay, good. Hey, Niagara. No blood for oil. You really still have to get paid oil back, yes. They limit to be more realistic, hard for Germany. Well, this is what what I'm looking for is something that matches historical reality as close as practical. Not possible, just sort of practical, reasonably to do. Not trying to make the game challenging. Like, oh, hey, man, I beat the game 10 times. Let me challenge me more. I want something that's historically, correct, if you will, or whatever. And it's never going to be 100%. I totally know that. I totally get that. But we should at least use that as the main, touchstone in what we're doing here. We'll have combined chat. So overall platforms, combined chat, overall platforms. Yeah, actually, I did see a plug-in for OBS, but it required one of the browsers that I don't use. I use one of the Firefox browsers, that would do a combined chat in OBS. So I don't know. And hello, Toyjet. Is there the Desert Fox in this? You mean, is Rommel here? Yeah, Rommel's in the game. Okay, so let's do this. This is supposed to help with my lowering stability here that I... What is Himmler doing, particularly in 1939, that is lowering stability? By 6%. Not that lowering stability a few, like 1%, 2%. But what's he doing? I mean, that just seems, something just popped it up, but we're still grinding down. Policy. Fine. Well, we do have Rommel right there. Okay, detail. Let's look at detail here. I want to see all of his. I know we got to go down to the hashed out areas here. I could have just done it through here. See, detail has Mountaineer 3, Ranger 3, Improved Brigades, Infantry Officer, Commando. I did not just come up to here. Why? Okay. I may have sort of given away here. Would you consider General Schwarzkopf as a modern? No. I'm not saying bad general. I think his maneuver was pretty damn good. His maneuver, if anything, looks like the Schlieffen plan, as opposed to something else, because it was a broad front push. But and actually, I would during Desert Shield, which which was building up in Saudi Arabia before Desert Storm started, I was sitting around with a bunch of guys, few of them military guys, and we were talking about the upcoming likely campaign to liberate Iraq. And I said, well, why not just cruise through the desert? Do an end. Now, mine wasn't a Schlieffen plan broad front, and his might not originally have been that either, but maybe just the Iraqi collapse was so strong. Mine was to hook in, west of Kuwait and come in and cut the roads that way. No. You got to come through. You got to smash through Kuwait and up that way because of the roads and logistics and blah blah blah. These military guys that I don't remember all, because none of them were currently serving, but one was less than a year out of the active reserves. I don't mean just sort of technically in the reserve, but actively had a reserve command at that point. And the other two or three I didn't know. And there were some other guys that weren't, at least not recent military. I was like, yeah, just, come up and around there and cut that off and, air supply and whatnot. No. And yeah, this didn't do exactly as I was predicting, or as I was not predicting, as I was saying I would if I were the general in charge. But yeah, I know we don't have the receipts, but that's still my story and I'm sticking to it because it's true. I'm very good, Toyjet. Okay. Himmler should give stability for a country because ministers of security. Yeah, I could argue that too. I could also argue some of the things that because we're looking at what the SS is doing. and the SS is doing all kinds of things. But and realize the final solution hasn't started now. Okay, yes, they're persecuting Jews. Kristallnacht, I think it's 19. I'm not great on dates. 1938, late 1938 though. So Kristallnacht has happened, but that's rather popular. Now that you might sort of say that that's stability. Now Kristallnacht was not an SS thing. Kristallnacht was an SA thing in predominance. Most of the people out there, smashing Jewish businesses, burning synagogues. I'm not candy coating the crap out of this, and in any way, but that was mostly SA members out there doing it. The police were sort of standing by for crowd control of people just sort of watching, make sure nobody got injured, and none of the wrong people, shall we say, none of the wrong people got injured in the Kristallnacht events. So I don't put that down to Himmler at all, really, Kristallnacht as a thing. So, and there's, a lot of anti-Jewish persecution going on. But again, a lot of that is not the SS. It's the SA doing that out on a daily business. I don't remember seeing any photographs of SS members standing with placards or something out in front of business saying, this is a Jewish business. I don't remember seeing the SS ever doing that. The SA doing that, yes. And this isn't meaning the SS isn't ultimate evil. It's just, I'm trying to analyze the realities of the National Socialist regime as opposed to justify it or say it's fine. No, it's evil. They were evil. Government says uniform civil code will be applied within 30 days. Okay. Let's see, catching up. The highway of death incident, war crime. I don't know. That wasn't a war crime. What crime was committed? There was no crime, let alone a war crime. A highway of death was simply airstrikes on retreating enemies. Retreating enemies fall back to then refight again another day. Nothing war crimey about it. You may be cheering for the other side, but there's nothing war crime. Let's see. Do you know about the Manipur violence? Probably not. We get very little Indian news here. I had heard about the railway thing before you mentioned it, but I have not that. Barbecue soon. Well, very good. Then Booth and Chill. The SS wasn't even that large of an organization yet in 38, 39. Yes, hello, Pickle. Yes, they were running the camps because the early camps were set up by the SA and they were just mismanaged. They were brutalized too, like they were brutalized under the SS, but they were poorly handled. So the camps were taken away from the SA and turned over to the SS. Okay. In February 1939, Rommel, what is he most known for in that? Not like what is he known for today. Please, everybody in chat, whether because I'm seeing, and hello, Arno over on Rumble. I should pay a little more attention to that chat over there too. I'm seeing the chat. What is Rommel most known for in 1939 or before the war starts? We don't need a particular date here. Before the war starts. So a general with, shall we say, starting attributes, because I take all of these to be starting attributes of 1939, 1940, because this is what 40 militants were killed and 2 soldiers were fallen. Oh boy, yeah. Was this? Oh, maybe I did see something. Was this over farm protests or something, or am I mixing up other events? Sorry, Singh. I try to follow everything in the world, but I obviously can't. Okay, Pickle is right. I'm going to raid the convenience store. Okay, see you soon, Niagara, I hope. Okay, infantry expert. Hello, Elizabeth. Yes. And Muhab forgot. Okay. Rommel wrote a book called Infantry Attack. I have read the book multiple times. I used to keep it in my car. This was in the days before, like, you had, phones that had, was just computer. I mean, we had, well, even in some of it was in the times before we even really had handheld cell phones in cars. And no, I never had a uh, commander. Yeah, but he wasn't known for that. He did command Hitler's escort battalion. Yes, it's worth reading. Hey, ZZ, Infantry Attacks is a great book. I used to keep it in my car, for whenever I need, because I had one friend who was a good friend, but damn, he was always late to things. And other cases, I just sort of waiting. I remember one time, like, I was having new tires put on my car, and somebody else, and I was sitting there, sort of kind of covering the it was showing off what the book dust jacket was on the book, reading Infantry Attacks in the store, and one of the guys, oh yeah, that's a good book, did notice it and whatnot, but so I used to just keep it and had it bookmarked. So I read it and then had it in my car, and probably read it twice more since I read it. Okay. Rommel started out in a Bavarian infantry unit in the beginning of World War I, and then after being hospitalized, he gets transferred to a Bavarian mountain unit, fights there first in Romania in the mountains, and then later against the Italians in the mountains, and won the medal Le Pour Mérite, the Blue Max, which is right there, for taking a mountain. He should have, I mean, people. Oh, I only got about a third of the way through Mein Kampf. It's dreary reading. I try to understand viewpoints, and I think I got enough out of it and didn't need to keep reading. So Rommel should have as good a mountain scores as Dietl, I would say. He's a mountain warfare expert. Could also have infantry, but you don't need to dump maybe too many skills on him. Now, he was a natural. He didn't go, unlike a lot of these other generals here, he does not go through the Panzer School training, if you will. He gets, because as Dominique said, he commanded Hitler's escort battalion, the army part of Hitler's escort battalion, for a while. So he chatted a fair amount with Hitler and, talked about how great armored warfare was, but he has not gone through through the armored warfare school. And so after Czechoslovakia falls and they're forming up, I think it's the 7th Panzer Division with Czech tanks, he gets command of that with Hitler's support in that. So he naturally, and I'm not saying he didn't like read Guderian's book or know any, or because there were publications that weren't generally distributed to the public, meaning you wouldn't find them on the newsstand. I don't know how controlled they were. It was first it was on mobile warfare, and they sort of changed the title to armored warfare before the war, talking about this. So a magazine, a professional publication within the German military. Again, I don't know how tightly it was controlled, meaning were the French also reading it, were the British also reading it? I don't know, but it wasn't a newsstand publication. I'm sure he was reading things like that. I'm not trying to suggest he was entirely ignorant and showed up there with the natural skill, but he did not go through and through the schools for the Panzer schools, and he's obviously a natural Panzer leader. So, and he does. His first Panzer command, of course, is in action is going the Battle of France, not Poland. So, I guess my point is this isn't some little known fact. Everyone should know he writes a book. Most people and anyone who is assigning traits to divisions at a game or mod should know what that book basically had in it. Not that they've had to read it, but should know that he's a mountain warfare expert. So I just, it's just whenever I come on these kinds of things. Farmer happened in Punjab and Delhi. and Manipur violence happened in the northeast side. Okay. Yeah, I should follow some of that better, but I try. Hello, all. Hello, MMDB. I can answer Minecraft questions, read the whole thing. Yeah, you read the whole thing. Well, good. Overall was not part of the no. Well, he was a Bavarian. Prussian elites are from Prussia. I mean it's just literally that. Prussia. Okay. Well, okay, we've gone along long enough. Want to keep these episodes somewhat short, so I'm going to end the episode here. Come back next time for more Hearts of Iron.